In the future world, traditional boxing matches have lost their importance and audience interest, replaced by battles where robots controlled by humans participate. Charlie Kenton, a former professional boxer, travels around the country participating in robot boxing matches. But he always faces defeat after defeat. One morning, he wakes up in his truck and receives a call from a man demanding his $30,000 debt. Some girls approach him and ask to see the famous fighting robot, Ambush. When one of them tries to take a picture of the robot, Charlie asks for money in return. But they refuse and leave. He meets his friend Ricky and manages to pay $3,000, allowing Ambush to fight one of his bulls. Charlie challenges him with a large sum of money, betting on his wrestler robot's victory. Ricky warns him about the dire consequences if he loses again and fails to pay the debt. The fight begins, and Charlie presents Ambush to the audience. Initially, everything goes well, with the robot easily dodging blows. However, Charlie gets too caught up in interacting with the crowd and fails to notice the bull charging towards the robot from behind. It collides with Ambush, killing its jockey. Charlie asks Ricky to stop the fight, but he refuses, reveling in the happiness of seeing his opponent lose. Eventually, the robot turns into a great pile of metal, which children dismantle for souvenirs. With no money, Charlie flees from Ricky. He mistakenly attacks two men, thinking they are after him for money, but they inform him of his ex-wife's death, leaving their 11-year-old son Max alone. Charlie goes to relinquish custody of Max to his wealthy in-laws for $100,000 and a $50,000 bond. He agrees to take Max to improve their relationship. With the money, he buys Noisy Boy, a voice-controlled robot, from the black market. They return to the gym where they live with Bailey Towlett, the daughter of their deceased trainer. Max scolds his father not just for selling him, but also for not sharing the profits. However, he stays to watch the amazing robot. Charlie tries out the robot, but it doesn't respond to voice commands. He argues with Bailey until Max, who is smarter than both of them, speaks commands in Japanese. They adjust the language settings and take the robot in Charlie's truck to its next competition. Max insists on accompanying him, and they arrive at an underground arena with dozens of other robots. Confident in victory, Charlie asks the organizer, Finn, to sign Noisy Boy up for the main battle. Max tries to advise his arrogant father to only engage in exhibition matches since he's never tested the robot in a real battle arena. But Charlie disregards his advice and lets Noisy Boy compete against the club's star fighter, Midas. In the end, Noisy Boy delivers powerful blows to his opponent, thrilling the audience. However, due to Charlie's excitement and lack of focus, he fails to defend against one of Midas's strikes. Midas takes control of the fight, and though Charlie tries to give commands, he lacks the experience compared to Midas's controller. Midas lands a blow to Noisy Boy's head, disabling it. Max berates his father for fighting against the champion without knowing Noisy Boy's special commands. However, Charlie shouts back at him. On their way home, they stop at a junkyard to search for new parts for the robot. Max falls down a slope but grabs onto the remains of a robot. Charlie saves him and Max asks his father to bring a cart to take the robot home. Charlie refuses to help, so Max drags it home alone until dawn. They return to the gym where Bailey discovers the remaining parts of Noisy Boy in horror. She gets angry at Charlie, but he insists on examining the old robot that Max brought. It turns out to be an old version incapable of attacking but proficient in defense. To their surprise, the robot works and can mimic any human movement. Max cleans the robot from the mud and notices its name, Atom. He suggests involving it in battles. In the night while everyone is asleep, Max sneaks into the gym, activates Atom, and they go for a walk, learning how to control it. In the morning, Max asks Bailey about his father's past, and she tells him about Charlie's boxing career, how he fought until the end, never giving up against even the toughest opponents. However, with the advent of the robot era, his combat skills became obsolete, and he ceased to be a hero. Charlie interrupts the conversation and informs Bailey that he's leaving for Atlanta to find a partner to buy a new robot. They arrive at the arena, and Charlie asks Max to wait in the lobby while he looks for Finn. There, the boy meets with Tak Mashido, the mastermind behind Zeus. an unbeatable robot champion. Meanwhile, Charlie asks Finn to lend him money out of their old friendship, but Finn refuses the bet. Despite this, he allows Max to participate in the fight just to lose and leave them alone. The next day, Charlie wakes up to the sound of Max training with Atom. They arrive at the battle location, where Max negotiates with the leader. If Atom wins a round, he'll get $1,000, otherwise, the leader will take him. The battle begins, and Atom only defends. Charlie advises Max to make a move, but the opponent grabs Atom and punches its head, causing it to fall. The countdown starts, leaving 30 seconds for the robot to get up. Max asks Atom to get up, and it obeys, winning $1,000. The leader gets angry and offers to double the amount if Atom continues into another round. Max trusts Atom to take on the challenge. In the second round, Atom overwhelms its opponent, causing him to collapse. Max wins and takes his prize with cunning. The next day, the boy continues training with the robot, trying to teach it new commands. When he feels bored, he decides to dance with it and mimic Atom's movements. Charlie arrives and informs his son that they've installed Noisy Boy's voice control on Atom, so they no longer need the control panel. Max asks his father to teach Atom his boxing style through the simulation feature. Charlie teaches the robot boxing techniques from morning till evening. Max starts each battle with his dance routine. As days pass, Atom achieves victory after victory, and Max grows closer to his father. After earning money from the fights, Charlie sends some of the earnings to pay off Billy's debts. Atom gains the love of the audience, becoming immensely popular. Later, Max and Charlie are invited to participate in a massive championship. While Max prepares Atom, Charlie mentally prepares himself for the fight, emphasizing the need to leave all emotions outside the ring. At that moment, a manager enters their workshop and invites them to meet Farah Lemkova, a businesswoman offering $20,000 to buy Atom. Charlie immediately agrees, but Max refuses and leaves the room. Charlie tries to convince him by accepting the deal, but Max asks his father to think it over because of Farah's willingness to pay such a large amount for a robot like Atom. Amidst the crowd's cheers, Twin Cities, a two-headed robot, enters the ring. Max guides Atom through their battle dance. The fight begins, and Twin Cities attacks Atom, preventing it from retaliating. Charlie notices Twin Cities has a weakness in its shoulder. Max instructs Atom, and it manages to knock down Twin Cities. Max grabs the microphone from the announcer and challenges Zeus, a robot owned by Farah Lemkova. Afterward, he takes his winnings and leaves with his father to the truck. Ricky meets them there and informs them that some men attacked him and took his money. Concerned for his son, he takes them to his legal guardians. Max pleads for his father to stay with him, but he refuses, expressing his desire to fight for him. Throughout the journey home, Charlie reminisces about his time with Maximum. In the morning, Bailey convinces him not to leave his son. He goes to Max and tells him he regrets not being there for him all these years. He asks for another chance and promises to fight for him. Atom and Charlie's uncle accepted the challenge and convinced Farah Lemkova to let Max go to the championship. Charlie and Max arrive at the championship with Atom. Finn bets on Atom to last until the end of the round, while Ricky confidently bets $10,000 that Atom won't last. Finn confirms he'll give him $500,000 if his bet goes well. The battle begins, and Zeus strikes Atom. The audience is certain Zeus will win. Atom rises, but receives several blows and falls again. Charlie regains his composure, trains the enemy, then retreats. To everyone's shock, Atom takes the initiative and delivers blow after blow to Zeus, managing to stay on his feet until the end of the first round. Ricky tries to leave the building in a hurry, but Finn finds him and takes his money. The fight continues, and Atom wins the second and third rounds. However, in the fourth round, Zeus unleashes all its power and inflicts serious damage on Atom. Despite the odds, Atom's chance of winning is now slim. Max tries to make his father control Atom through the simulation feature. Charlie responds, starting to teach Atom. After Zeus's energy is depleted, Charlie delivers a series of blows to Zeus and lands a powerful blow to the head, causing it to fall. The crowd cheers for Atom as it is declared the popular champion. Max is overjoyed and hugs his father, expressing how proud he is of him and how much he loves him. They gather in the ring amidst the applause and cheers of the crowd, proud of what they have achieved.